Hello, everybody. Welcome to the second episode of SonoranSportsCards, the show where we talk about the big news in sports and open some packs at the end. My name's Casey.
My name's Michael.
All right, Mike. If we're going to talk about sports, we got to get right into the big news of the day. Tom Brady announced his retirement. What are your thoughts?
Officially, I think the media made that a lot more stressful than it needed to be. But yeah, he finally announced today that he was retiring. I mean, I think that's huge, man. That's really, besides Aaron Rodgers, he's the last one from that era. So it was because Big Ben retired too. So if where Aaron Rodgers is at right now, I feel like he's only going to be in the league for maybe 2 more years. I'd be surprised if it was even more
Yeah,
than
he is a
one,
little
if I'm
younger
being
than.
quite honest. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, I think it's huge. It's the end of an era. I think football's is going to be looked at a lot differently because you're not going to have those classic quarterbacks like him, Drew Brees, to look at. It's going to be interesting, but I think it's going to give a lot more of the spotlight onto the younger players. We're going to just start to see some more different football.
Yeah, I think the NFL is cyclical like that. I think there's always some really big quarterbacks for a while, and then you usher in a new era of young quarterbacks, right? I mean, I just don't think people thought that his era was going to be quite this long, 22 years is pretty crazy. Honestly, like my emotions right now, like on the news, is that I'm a little sad because Tom Brady's great. It's sad to see him go, but also as somebody who's been an NFL fan for like pretty much 22 years, pretty much my whole life that I can remember, and so
Right.
that would go back to when I was like 5 years old or
No, yeah,
whatever.
same here. Yeah.
Tom Brady was always like the, oh crap, like we got to get past that dude,
Him and yeah, him and Manning, both of them, dude. It was just like, oh, fantastic. That's who we have to play, but they
Yeah.
were always there, and now we're gonna finally see the playoffs without them in the picture, and it's gonna be weird for sure.
hmm I think it will be pretty weird
Yeah,
for sure. So I mean, see you later, Tom. I guess is what we got to say.
yeah.
We will kind of miss you. It's also what we
The
got to say to you.
legend, the man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
absolute goat that is Tom Brady.
Yes, sir.
Sticking with the football theme, let's get into those championship games. If you guys remember, Mikey and I said that we were big time 49ers fans. I still got the helmet. Mikey still got the blanket
With
behind
it.
him.
Yeah.
So let's start with that NFC Championship game. Mikey, what do you got?
I don't. Do we have to talk about this? It's hurtful to even mention it, man. Think about it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
no.
I think the Niners had that game in the bag. I think we were outplaying them almost the entire game until the very end when our both our defense and offense both made mistakes at the end, like that Jaquaski Tart dropped interception.
Oh, that poor dude's gonna be thinking about that for a long time.
He at least tweeted and said he deserved all the criticism, so he's handling it like a professional. So I like that about him. But yeah, man, that we had it in the bag. The Tart interception dropped. Then Jimmy Garoppolo pulling a Kyler Murray when he was about to get sacked and just lobbing it into the air for anyone to grab. Um, but I mean, to be the best and to get to the Super Bowl, you can't make those mistakes. And to be quite honest, we started out 3-5, so I'm surprised I even got to see them play up until this point. So I guess I'm kind of thankful for that. But now I think I already saw that Jimmy Garoppolo announced that John Lynch is already in discussions with his agents to find a suitable trade partner. So Jimmy Garoppolo being traded is all but official now. Just a matter of where and when. But yeah, we're in the Trey Bay era now, so we'll
Yeah,
see how.
that's true. Good old Trey Lance.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, man, I think the Rams were just the better overall team because they at least stayed kind of consistent till the end, and that's why they're in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, man, for sure. I think, given how we lost, I'm obviously not happy we lost at all. Like,
Yeah,
if the 49ers are in the Super Bowl, that's way better for us for sure, and I'm way happier. But it is, like, we lost, but we knew that that would be why we lost if we did, would be because Jimmy Garoppolo didn't perform well and because our secondary, especially at corner, just gives up too many yards. All
yeah,
right. I
it's
mean, if you look at the stats for Cooper Cup and OBJ, they were both over 100 yards, and they just lit us up in
yeah,
that area. So it kind of underlines the two areas that the 49ers
Need to
need
work
to
on.
need to work on for sure. And hopefully the quarterback situation, like you said, is fixed with Trey
Hopefully.
Lance.
Hopefully. We can hope.
Hopefully, but now we're not going to have an offseason where everyone's like, should we be getting rid of Jimmy G? I think that was pretty straightforward. And we gotta give credit to the Rams, man. They performed when they needed to. Matthew Stafford is a great quarterback,
You
and
know,
I'm really
that is one consolation prize for me, is that at least if the Rams end up winning the Super Bowl, obviously there's players on that team that I don't want to see win a ring, like, Jalen Ramsey, for example. But Matt Stafford deserves a ring, man. His career got wasted on the Lions, so I'll at least have that to be like, all right, if they win, but be kind of happy for Matt. But
yeah, no,
yeah,
for real. The Rams, I don't want them to win the Super Bowl simply because I don't like the fact that they went out and just like bought a team. Like
created a super team.
They brought in Von Miller, OBJ, Matt Stafford,
Eric
just
Webb, was it Weddle?
Eric Weddle, yeah,
Weddle. Eric
Weddle.
Weddle came out of retirement
Yeah,
to play for them. He also led
yeah.
their team in tackles that game, which, by the way, was retired for 2 years, came back and led his team in tackles and in the NFC Championship game. That's pretty impressive.
That is really impressive,
Yeah.
actually. And then I guess I'm happy for Cooper Kupp too. I mean,
Yeah,
if you ask people like their top five receivers, I feel like even after this season, a lot of people aren't going to put him on their
no,
list, but he
yeah,
should be on
I
everybody's
think
list. He just got the triple crown,
most
man.
people
So
are assuming that it's a one and done season, and after this season, he's going to go back to his average seasons that he was having before that. But I mean, they've already seen what kind of weapon he can be, so why would they stop throwing him the ball? I feel like the same thing is
yeah,
just going to happen next year. So
yeah. Our buddy Jacob, when we were watching the game, was talking about how there doesn't seem to be like one thing that Cooper Cup does well, but
his
he does the one
cuts.
important thing. He gets open.
It's his
Like
cuts. That's his point.
he gets open.
That's how he
He
gets
gets
open, is
open.
his cuts. When you're
Yeah.
a shorter, thinner, small, fast guy like that, your cuts will throw the defender off immensely, and that's how he gets open. He's
Yeah,
breaking
and he
ankles.
makes catches besides that
He
big drop he
does.
had in
Yeah.
that game, but he makes catches.
Yeah, most of the time.
All right, let's end our suffering. No more NFC Championship game talk.
Back to over to the
Yeah, let's
AFC.
go to the AFC. So in that game we had Joe Shiesty, Joe Burrow, taking down Patrick Mahomes. How do you feel about that?
I'll straight up say it. I know in our first video I said that I wouldn't be surprised to see a blowout in the Kansas City Chiefs' favor, and obviously I was wrong.
Yeah, me too.
I doubted Joe Burrow. I doubted the Bengals' defense, but what can I say? I was wrong. They proved a hater wrong, but they gained a fan in that aspect. I already liked Joe Burrow, so when they came back and won, I was happy, to be honest with you, that they did win, because I did want them to win, of course, because I think that's awesome for Joe Burrow. Like I said last time, it's a scene out of a movie, man. What he's accomplished already in his career after an ACL tear.
I know he just looks like a badass too, man. Just walking in the way he did with those, what were they, SpongeBob shoes that he was
SpongeBob shoes and SpongeBob socks with dress on.
Yeah,
Or,
I know. And then
suit
after
on.
the game, smoking a cigar and stuff like that.
Oh,
He's just a
yeah, there was
badass dude.
also a picture posted by Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase was smoking a cigar with Joe Burrow's dad in the parking lot.
Yeah, and I mean he second year quarterback performed when he needed to. And on the other side of the ball, the guy that everybody thinks is going to be the new GOAT, right? Tom Brady's
That
gone.
was
That was a pretty big collapse, is what that was.
that was a
He,
very bad collapse. I believe So Patrick Mahomes in the first half. Let me look this up real quick just to confirm this. But
pretty sure his stats were really good in the first half.
no, so in the first half, I believe he was. Yeah, it's not popping up, but I think he was like 18 for 21, 240 yards and 3 touchdowns or something like that. In the second half, I think his completion percentage went down to like 30%, and he threw 2 picks and
Yeah.
had like 70 yards.
And those
I don't.
last couple of drives, man, we were watching and he was just scrambling with like no aim. Like he was
Yeah,
just like he was shook. Like it really looked like he was shook.
he was freaking out. Yeah, like he just didn't
Yeah.
know what to do. You could
Yep,
saw it
run
when
around
they
back
zoomed in
there.
on him when he was scrambling. You can see it in his face that he was freaking out. He was all over the place. He did
And
not
I
know what
think
he
we
was
were,
doing.
I think we were like everybody. We were like, okay, well, he didn't have it there, but now it's going to overtime, so he'll do it, especially if he gets the coin toss, which they did. We were like,
Yep,
okay, he's going to walk down the field and
and
win the
score
game because he's Patrick Mahomes. And he
that.
still looked shook.
Yeah,
And Joe Burrow got the ball back and did all they needed to do, got in field goal range, and then that kicker with the biggest nuts that I've ever seen. Like, just a rookie kicker comes in and just bags it.
yeah.
Like, did
McPherson.
you hear what he
Yeah,
said? He like was this the game where he like went to the people before he kicked and was like, I guess we're going to the Super Bowl or whatever, and then
yeah.
went out and kicked the field
Yep.
goal? Yeah,
He
just
walked
like
over was like, "Hey guys, I guess we're going to the Super Bowl," and he walked out and just kicked it and made it. Like, what a fucking
yeah.
legend, dude.
Yeah, absolutely a true legend.
But
Yeah,
yeah, that just surprised me, man. But Bengals and Rams in the Super Bowl. And I don't know what to think now because I doubted the Bengals once. Like right now, I want to say that the Rams. I think the Rams are going to win that game, but I don't know, man. The Bengals are apparently underrated in my
yeah,
viewpoints. So
let's let everybody know. You and I were both 0-2 last week on who we were
yeah,
picking for to win the
we
games.
actually were, weren't we? Yeah.
Yeah, we were. Not a good look for your first show, but whatever.
Well, we'll get it. We'll get it.
Yeah, everybody though was doubting the Bengals the
Yeah.
whole way through, and now they're here, and I'm gonna do it, man. I'm gonna doubt the Bengals one more time. I'm gonna take the Rams in this one. Just so everybody knows, if you're betting people, the Rams are favored by 3.5 points. That's as of yesterday, so that line might have moved, but 3.5 points. So
That's
Vegas
expected.
thinks the Rams are better. It is in their home stadium though, so that's most of it. So it is a pretty even thing. Like the old way people used to look at betting was home field advantages were 3 points. So if they're only favored by 3.5, then it's pretty much a push if you take out home field advantage. And it's weird to think that they will have home field advantage in the Super Bowl, but I don't think they will because like 80% of the people who go to the Super Bowl don't give a crap about either team. They're just like corporate people there.
Yeah, exactly. They're just there for the show. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to agree with you. I think the Rams are gonna take this one. To be honest with you.
Yeah. And for me, it comes down to one thing. It comes down to the Bengals' terrible offensive line against Aaron Donald and Von Miller. That's it for me. That's it.
I think that they have a cornerback that can shut down
Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase. Thank you. They and Jalen Ramsey, and I don't think that the Kansas City Chiefs really had that. So that takes away their biggest offensive weapon. Although I know Joe Mixon can, but again, the Rams have a really good rushing defense. So I'd be surprised to see the Bengals pull this off
Yeah.
and win.
I want to make it clear though.
I'll take the
I'd
Rams.
rather the Bengals win. Like I'd rather
Yeah.
they win for sure.
I
I
am-
think their fan base has been without a Super Bowl in a really long time.
Yeah,
So.
I agree. I'm also rooting for the Bengals, but I do think the Rams have the edge on this one, and I think that's probably pretty widely accepted, to be honest.
Yep.
So,
Oh yeah, the last thing about the NFL, since we're also a card show,
yes, sir.
I just wanted to mention the Joe Burrow card movement. So as of January 29th, so this was a day or two before the game, his PSA 10 Prism base card, which would be out of the 2022 Prism box. Sorry, not 2022, 2020 Prism box. Sold for $397. And then as of the day after the game, so yesterday, it sold for $695. So up 75%
Oh
in
my
the course
God.
of 2 days. Yeah, so if you got one of those Joe Burrow cards, I'm not saying sell, but I would be thinking about selling unless you think he's going to be a future Hall of
Yeah,
Famer. Then
well,
you hold on to that card.
if it went up
forever,
that much, it's from him winning the AFC Championship. If he wins the Super Bowl, it's probably going to take another hike up, though.
Yeah, if you think he's going to win the Super Bowl, which
Which-
neither of us do.
Yeah,
but...
right. But that's
Yeah.
75% from an AFC Championship. That's fucking nuts, actually.
Yeah, dude. No, 2 days, and all that movement.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's all we got on the
Yeah, that's
NFL
it
for
for the
this
NFL,
week. I think
yeah.
when we come back next week, we'll talk about the NFL a lot more. But let's switch sports to basketball, where we're in the middle of the season, so games are happening, things are going on, but you just kind of feel like you're The season's just dragging on a little bit. But last week, the All-Star starters were announced. So let's go through those and see if we have any takes on it. The East, the captain of the East is Kevin Durant. The other four starters are Giannis, DeMar DeRozan, Joel Embiid, and Trae Young. I don't think there's really any shockers there,
No,
honestly.
yeah, like everyone knows before, I just got into basketball maybe like 2 years ago, kinda, and those are all names that I recognize, and I was like, oh yeah, that's a really good player, you know. So I wasn't surprised even myself by the East. So
And I mean, if you just look on their little stats there, Giannis 6-time All-Star, DeMar DeRozan 5-time, Durant 12, Joel Embiid 5-time, Trae Young 2-time, but he's only been around
yeah,
for a
he's
couple.
young, so
Yeah.
that's really good.
Trae Young is young, Michael. Good job, buddy.
Wow, thank you.
And then on the West, the captain is who else but LeBron James.
Yes, sir.
And then you got Steph Curry, Nikola Jokic, John Morant,
And
and
I got this one. So and Andrew Wiggins. That's
why?
like he's been
So
playing good, but like
yeah, so let me give everybody out
yeah.
there a stat rundown for Andrew Wiggins. So 18.2 points per game, which ranks 38th in the NBA. 4.3 rebounds per game, which ranks in at 116th in the NBA. 2.1 assists per game, which ranks in at 121st in the NBA. And then 16.73 PER, or per player efficiency rating is what that stands for. So none of those stats. And yes, maybe you're not a stats guy, but this is the friggin' All-Star game. You should be leading or up in one of
Yeah.
those statistical
Like
categories at least.
if you
Like
just
we're looking
compare
at
him to everybody else on the both the East and the West when you're looking at it, like the lowest person, that the second to last person in points per game on this list is who? It's gonna
it's John and
be
Steph are tied
yeah,
for
John
25.8.
Stafford. Like he's so much lower than they are, and like it's not
Yeah.
even that he has more assists or rebounds. Like they're higher than him on that too. I
Yeah.
It's weird. Like he
It's
doesn't.
absolutely baffling. And I'll get into, in case people are wondering how they decide who the starters are or who gets in the All Star game. 50% of it is fan voted in. All right, so 50% is fan votes. 25% are player votes, and then the other 25% are like media votes, so media members and stuff like that. So that's where the
Yeah.
100%. So I mean, I don't think it takes a genius to figure out which of those statistical groups voted for Andrew Wiggins. It's all these damn Warriors fans, which I get it. You guys have been really happy for a while now. So go your guys. But I mean, if we're talking about people that didn't get in, one of the names I wrote down was Draymond. Come on, guys. If you're a Warriors fan, how are you going to put Andrew Wiggins
Over
in the
Draymond.
starting lineup over Draymond Green? And then we got Luca didn't make it as a starter. Donovan Mitchell didn't make it, and I gotta shout out the Suns here. Devin Booker didn't make it in the West either. Um, and Andrew Wiggins did. Man, I honestly can't believe it. I think for a stat like All Star appearances, is something that a lot of people look at when they're talking
Uh,
about the greatest players ever in basketball. You look at rings, you look at All Star games, you look at All NBAs. This right here is one of the reasons that we should stop giving a crap about that if Andrew Wiggins is an all-star starter. Not just in, like if you were one of the 12, like at the back end, I'd be like, that's kind of dumb, but whatever. But he's one of the top five in the West, which I just honestly can't believe.
yeah, as you guys can tell, Casey's very upset with that. I remember when I think I told you on what
Yeah,
was it,
you
like
told me that
Tuesday
starters
or
came out.
Tuesday of last week or something, and he was really upset. And I was just like, all I saw him do was just put his head down, and he was just so like distraught over it. And then that's when he went off on his little rant, like he just did right now, about how. But I mean, they're all valid kind of points, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
There's
I
other
just
players that could be
respect
there, like
I respect the game so much, and just to see him in there is just kind of a slap in the face to the
yeah.
game. But
And again, it's not
I'm gonna
saying
say
he's
Andrew
bad. It's
Wiggins
just
is a
like,
good player. Andrew Wiggins is a great fourth player
but
on the
he's
Warriors.
not an
He's
all star starter though.
no, the fact that they
That's what it
have a
comes down
player
to.
on their team that should definitely be in above him is
Draymond, yeah.
yeah, is just kind of sad. Yeah, I don't want to talk about basketball anymore, just to be
Yeah,
quite
getting
frank
a
with
little
you.
upset. All right, we can move
A
on from
little upset.
basketball.
And then the last sports news we're going to talk about is we said we'd talk about soccer just a little
Little
bit because I
updates.
do like soccer.
Hmm.
And we're looking at the Premier League. Um, if we're talking about the title race, I'd say it's a two-horse race at this point. A lot of people would say it's only one horse. It's just Man City, which, right there, right, guys? Manchester City, let's go. Let's go, Sky Blues. Um, they're sitting 9 points clear of Liverpool, and if you're like Mikey here, and you don't know much about soccer at
No,
all,
sir.
9 points clear. 9 points equates to 3 wins. You get 3 points for each win. You get a point for a draw, and you get 0 points
How
for
many
a
games are left in the
loss.
season?
Let's see. Man City has played 23. 38 is the full season, so 15 games left
Okay,
in
when
the
they
season.
okay, no 3 games ahead. That's pretty good.
Three
Lead.
games ahead, but Liverpool has one in hand. So Liverpool has only played 22, so they
Okay,
have 16 games left. So if they
so it could
win
be
that
two,
one,
right?
yeah, then they're only 2 games behind. Which in recent form, Manchester City has just looked amazingly dominant, I think, despite their last game. But they've just been crushing teams, playing that possession style football that Pep Guardiola loves. So Manchester City doing great. Card news, not. I mean, so the January transfer window just or is about to close for soccer, so that's a time period where players can move teams. And if you're like me and you have a Dusan Vlahovic card, which I do, that card was worth about 140 bucks raw. So it's not a cheap card by any means. Volvic is a really good young striker. He was on Fiorentina, which is a team in Italy, and he moved to the biggest team in Italy. He moved to Juventus. But he's still in Italy. So do I think his card value is going to go up that much? Probably not. Like
No.
people don't really give a crap about Italian soccer, which I'm sorry if you're one of those people that do, but that's just kind of the way it goes. If he moved to like Real Madrid, which was announced for Kylian Mbappe, which is probably the best young forward in soccer, he's going to move there in the summer. So not yet, but he announced that
We'll
he's
be
going to
there
move there in the
eventually,
summer.
right?
That's going to be big news because Real Madrid is like the biggest team in the world historically, right? And people everywhere know Real Madrid. If you see a white kit, somebody wearing an all-white uniform, you know that that's Real Madrid. Even people that don't like soccer
Yes, sir.
know at least somebody that played for Real Madrid. Ronaldo, for instance. Either Ronaldo, actually, but everybody knows Cristiano Ronaldo. So,
He's all right.
yeah, he's pretty good.
He's eight.
He aight. Yeah, so Premier League table, City top, Liverpool only competition. Everybody else,
Okay.
you might as well pack it in. They're fighting for Champions League spots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think that's about it as far as I got on sports. You got anything you want to throw in there, Mikey?
I
Are you
don't.
good?
I don't really got anything on sports right now. I mean, I think we about covered everything that I wanted to cover. So I think now we can move on to what maybe some people are only here for is the opening of the card packs. And I know last week we only opened 2 packs for basketball, but we ended up opening an actual John Morant. So that was pretty lucky, and it's what we were looking for. And
Some big hype.
yes, sir.
So, with obviously the championship games just happened. We're 2 weeks away from the Super Bowl. We're going to be opening some football cards today, which Mikey will definitely have some more stuff to chime in. We're going to be opening 2020 packs. So, Mikey, I'm kind of putting you on the spot here, but who are the chasers? Who are we looking for in 2020
And
draft?
2020, I believe that's Joe Burrow.
Yeah, that's Joe Burrow.
That's
Boy.
Joe
We're looking for
Burrow
some
and
Joe
Justin
Shiesty
Herbert.
out here. Yeah, Joe
So those
Burrow,
are the
Justin Herbert, Tua,
Justin Jefferson is one that we can get as well. That's not a huge.
Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan
the
Taylor.
other.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so there's
So,
some big chasers in here, actually.
Obviously, the one we're looking for is Joe Burrow. I mean, that's a
Yeah,
no-brainer.
Joe Shiesty. That's got to be who we're chasing.
Wouldn't be
for
upset
sure.
about a Justin Herbert at all either. So.
Oh, no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
So as we said last time, if you see any cards you like, hit us up in the comments and we'll try and get those sold to you. But the packs we're going to be opening 2 2020 Chronicles cello packs, and then we're going to be opening 1 2020 Illusions cello pack. The Illusions pack costs, I think I bought it for $22.64 on
Okay, that's
eBay.
not bad.
And then the 2 Chronicles packs combined, so I bought both of them together as a little lot. Together they were $21.65. So
Okay.
think of this as I got $20 to spend. What should I spend it on? That's kind of where we're going with this.
Okay.
All right, so we got our Illusions cello pack here, 2020. Like Mikey said, we're chasing that Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow
Yes,
combo right there. On the front, as you can see, they got Tua on over here, and then they got Dan Marino on this side, so that's kind of cool. I guess they're just showing 2 Dolphins quarterbacks.
I wouldn't really
I was
compare him
about
to
to
Dan
say
Marino quite yet,
I
but
was about to say 2 legendary Dolphins quarterbacks, and then I was like,
slow
what am I
down
saying?
there.
I mean, if we get a Tua from either of these, we'll be pretty happy too, because he's a quarterback and they sell pretty well. But let's get this thing open and let's see what our $22 got us.
Oh, I like the art on these ones. I remember these ones now.
Yeah, so we got if you're a Chiefs fan, starting off the bat with the Clyde Edwards-Helaire rookie card right there.
That's
so
not too bad, yeah.
I mean,
he's all right. He's
so while we're talking about these cards, I'm going to walk people through what I feel about football and it comes to cards. I personally never rip football packs. Like, this is one of the only ones I've ever ripped, truthfully. And that's because I just think there's like a lot of chance to just not get any money back, right? With basketball, everybody can do something. Everybody can be a star. But you might pull the best rookie offensive lineman on the planet from this, and it doesn't matter if he turns into a future Hall of Famer, that card's still not going to be worth much. But to each their own, and I know football is super popular, so that's why we're doing it, and who knows, maybe I'll change my mind based off of what we pull from this. So we got Kirk Cousins.
Was that Jalen Reagor's rookie?
Yeah, this is Jalen. Yeah, this is Jalen Reagor right here. He's got a little rookie logo right there. I don't know if that's showing up on the camera. You're looking for that RC for the rookies.
Okay.
You got Ben Roethlisberger.
Year he retired, I guess. I mean, I don't know if that would affect it at all.
The Washington football team, we got Antonio Gandy Golden rookie card. All right.
Never heard that name in my life.
We got Patty Mahomes.
Ooh, Patty Mahomes. Choke Mahomes, more like.
Zeke. Yeah, eats a little too much food. Ezekiel Elliott. Oh, our buddy Jake's gonna love this. I'm gonna have to turn the card around. We got Josh Jacobs.
Yep.
We got another rookie card, LaMichael Pirine for the Jets. We got Jimmy Garoppolo. We got a parallel. We got whatever the exclusive parallels are in this Illusions.
I might have to put some bids in on that Garoppolo card, dude.
Yeah, boy. You send me the right price, we'll get it. We'll get it headed over to you, buddy. We got Jimmy G. We got Kenyon Drake. We got Living Legends Barry Sanders. It's one of the see-through cards. That's sick. Yeah, check that out. That's actually really sick. I'm sure it's probably not worth that much, but still cool because it's Barry Sanders. I got a Lions fan that I might just give that card to if nobody wants it. Darius Slayton. Got another rookie card, Darrington Evans, running back for the Titans.
Okay.
You got Ryan Tannehill. Teddy Bridgewater. DeAndre Swift, so that's actually good running back right there.
That's not too bad.
We're getting close to the end. Keenan Allen. You got DK Metcalf. Wait, he's not a rookie in this year.
I think
he's from the year before.
Yeah, 2019.
And then Matt Ryan. Matty Ice. So the hits, we'll run through those real quick one more time. I wouldn't say hits. I'm just gonna say rookie cards that we got and parallels. We got DeAndre Swift. We got Darrington Evans. We got the Barry Sanders acetate card. That's what those are called, the see-through ones. You got to look for imperfections on those bad boys. There's a lot of times like the little
I feel like that's
will come off. Yeah. Oh, as we can see, I don't know if you can see that, but there's some right there. So if you're ever thinking about getting one graded, I mean, make sure to look for that. Kenyon Drake, Jimmy G, just for Mikey, threw that in the hits pile. Michael Pirine, Antonio Gandy Golden, Jalen Reagor, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. So none of the quarterbacks, but we did get some decent running backs out of it. So, we actually got the 3 big running backs from that draft class: Swift, Edwards-Helaire, and what was the other one? I don't know. Somebody was in there. Whatever. Let's do Chronicles. All right.
Chronicles. All right. This is the one you were looking forward to the most, right?
Yeah, these are the ones I'm looking forward to the most. Remember when we opened the basketball one? That's the one we found the draw from.
Yeah.
Just Chronicles has all those different cards from different series in them, so you just get some cool looking stuff.
Yeah.
And maybe you won't find anything.
A little bit of everything.
But this is 2020 as well, so we're looking for the same people.
Well, give us a Joey B. Nick or Joey Bosa.
Joey Bosa. Oh, you about to pull a NFL announcer and call?
I said that last week.
Get the Bosa brothers confused?
I said that last week too.
Teddy Bridgewater, dude.
Again.
Oh my God, we pulled him in both packs. What a actual legend. Daniel Jones. Oh my God.
Danny Dimes.
Zeke Elliott again? Oh, okay. Hit. Oh no.
Oh no, is that Henry?
Henry.
No.
Third. Yeah, we're not even. Nope. You're not even getting put in the hits pile, buddy.
Yeah, put that somewhere else.
This is Jalen Reagor. You got a Van Jefferson rookie card. That's kind of cool.
Been doing all right
Sideways. Ooh, and we got a Jerry Jeudy rookie card right behind it.
Ooh, that's actually not too bad.
Out of Omega. We got a rated rookie coming up next. We got James Robinson, an acetate card.
Kind of cool. These cards are interesting.
Yeah, the clears.
Yeah.
Jeff Okudah, rookie card. Cam Akers. Denzel Mims. Tyler Johnson. Cole Kmet. And then Brandon Ayuk there at the end. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
All right, so that was that pack. As you can see, like always with Chronicles, you get a lot of rookie cards, right? So we got Cole Kmet again, Brandon Ayuk, Tyler Johnson, Denzel Mims, Cam Akers, Jeff Okudah, James Robinson, Jerry Jeudy, Van Jefferson, and Jalen Reagor.
Yeah, I was kind of wouldn't say that was really a dub right there.
No, I mean, if you don't, like I said, if you don't get quarterbacks or one of those straight studs, like we said, like Justin Jefferson or Jonathan Taylor, you're kind of out of luck.
Yeah.
All right, last pack. Another Chronicles. We have.
What is that?
Is that a filler card? I don't know. It's on the back end, so we'll see what it is when we get there. Derek Carr. Ray Lewis. Shout out, I guess.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Cam Newton. Yes. Jarvis Landry. Juju Smith-Schuster. Tyreek. And now we're getting to our rookies. We got an Omega Jake Fromm. Backup for Josh Allen.
Yeah.
We got an Omega T. Higgins.
T. Higgins has been doing all right.
Yeah. T. Higgins, he was really good in their last game. He was making some big catches down there.
Yeah.
Ooh, a Jordan Love.
Ooh, that's a banger right there.
Dynagon. Another Henry Ruggs.
Oh my God.
Get out of here. Darrell Williams. Another Henry Ruggs. Oh my God.
What the?
Clyde Edwards-Helaire out of Luminance. So Mikey said he loves Luminance, and I mean you can't argue with him. Luminance is pretty card. Another Cam Akers, Tyler Johnson, and then that's the security tag card. Yeah, it's just a filler. It's garbage.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's just his security tag.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be one of those
redemption cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go through that hit list again. Tyler Johnson, Cam Akers, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Darrell Williams, Jordan Love, T. Higgins, and Jake Fromm. Which, I mean, the only thing that you would be mildly excited about would be the Jordan Love card if we didn't know, or if this year hadn't happened. You know,
Yeah.
that would be the thing we'd be excited about.
Oh yeah.
So, not exactly the stuff, but I mean, if we were to
Yeah.
compare, let's pile them up real quick. You got you got that for $20, right? That's a lot of rookies, and theoretically, some of those, if you had gotten lucky, could be quarterbacks. Um, or you get that amount of hits right there, right? So
That Jimmy Garoppolo.
I know that's on your list, buddy. So I think just like the amount of potential, like how many cards you could get, I would buy the Chronicles for $20.
Oh yeah, I think the Chronicles is
Um,
definitely way more worth.
but Illusions is, I mean, they're pretty cards, right? And they're definitely pretty
Oh
cards. They
yeah,
look cool.
but I still think Chronicles is going to give you the best chance to get, obviously, because it's a lot more cards. Give you the best chance of pulling a Burrow or Herbert or something like that.
Yeah. Out of Chronicles, you can always pull some crazy stuff, like some big hitters too, like autos and stuff. But obviously, really rare to do that. So,
Right.
but like we said, if you like any of these cards, if you're a big Jordan Love fan or Chiefs fan for the Clyde Edwards-Helaires and stuff like that, hit us up. I'll gladly sell them to you. If you're a big Henry Ruggs fan, just don't watch our show ever. All right.
Two Henry Ruggs, man, that's rough. All right, guys, and now that we've opened up both those packs, gave you our opinions on that. I'm gonna have to agree with Casey again. We're gonna have to go with the Chronicles, I think, on what the better value between those two sets are. There you go, the Chronicles up close and personal. But yeah, guys, that's it for today's video. We covered the NFC Championship game, who we believe is going to win the Super Bowl. We went over the All-Star NBA rosters, which Casey was very upset discussing. Then Casey went over some soccer, and then we pulled some cards. And like we said, there wasn't really too many big hits in either of those packs, but of course it's going to happen. Opening packs is a gamble, so. But if you guys like what you saw today, again, I'm Michael. This is Casey over here. Just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Ring that little bell if you want to see when we go online. You can watch us live. Again, when we're live, if anyone wants to chat with us, give your opinion, ask us certain questions, see what we say about other things, you're more than welcome to. And as always, if you have any suggestions on what we could be doing differently, what you'd rather see on our videos and or streams, just let us know, and we'll do the best we can to abide by that. Again, Sonoran Sports Cards. Thank you for watching.
Peace.